All right, guys. So this week's weekly forecast, I didn't put out one last week because, I was going through my own medical issues and stuff like that. So I just decided to last week I just go really light when it comes down to trading just because I wasn't feeling like myself, right? So for this week's forecast video, honestly, I think GU NZD and US30 could possibly continue to the upside, right? But I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on why I think that is gonna happen. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start with GU, right? So currently on the daily, you guys can see where I'm at on GU, right? I'm currently in trades, trades from here, here, and also here, and I'm holding them, so I'll see how they go. I'll see how they go. This is the last one I entered, right? But let's go into the analysis, right? So we see right around here that price did what? Price kind of gave us a consolidation and a retest of this level right here on lower time frame. So say I go on the 1 hour and I get it adjusted. I'm kind of using my computer right now, my computer to do this breakdown. So I'm not really using a mouse. I'm just using the laptop, right? So you guys can see we had price creating some sort of resistance, price broke it, price retested, price pushed up, right? But the thing is, this was the area that was acting as, the supply and demand zone. So once price broke that level, it had to come back. As you can see right here, based on this right here, price had to come back, right? Price pushed to the upside, created this resistance level. After breaking it, it came back to retest, giving us a whammy double bottom, and then price pushed up, right? So all of last week, even though I wasn't really feeling like trading too much, these opportunities couldn't miss me, right? So what I think is, because I'm in this right now, so I personally think that this is a continuation that price could definitely push into 1.27500. Why? Because if you can look right around here on the 2 hour, is that price created like a resistance zone here. Let's pull this out here, right? So we realize that price created like a resistance zone here. So the crazy thing is there's another one right here, right? So this was a area that price was failing to break, right? But guess what? Price gave us a very strong bullish candle to push to the upside, right? So once that candle pushed to the upside, right, we're automatically expecting a retest into this level. So I've realized literally that once a resistance level or a support level is created and price breaks that level, it has to come back, right? And if you're impatient, you're gonna lose trades, right? Because stuff like that happened to me, and I'm telling you, like, the patience is really, really, really important, right? So once price came back, I took this based on the 6 hour. I took this, as you can see, price finally broke this area, pushed up, came back, retest, and now this is another resistance that price created right over here. If I go back on the 2 hour, you can see this is the resistance, right? So now that price created this resistance here and price finally broke above here, price has to come back down, came back here, pushed up again. And this is the zone that broke this zone. So price has to come back. So I'm honestly thinking based on the 6 hour, this is definitely going to push to the upside. And if you look at the line chart, it's just break and retest going on, right? So if this manages to continue, then this is going to be a good trade for me. But I really think that we could possibly see continuation to the upside. Why? If I go on my DXY, I've been following my DXY for the longest, right? And I think the DXY is going to actually push back down to 100. That's my own opinion, right? Because if you look right here, this is just clear traffic. Like there's no traffic whatsoever here, right? And if the US dollar is dropping, I'm guessing the pound dollar is going to probably be stronger than it, and it's going to go up, right? So I personally think it's going to continue to actually do what? Go to the downside, right? But I saw that there was like a 6 hour bullish candle that, engulfing candle here, right? So I'm waiting to see if price is going to break under here. If it doesn't break under here, I could expect the US dollar to gain some sort of strength, which would make sense with GU, my bad, with GU to do what? Touch here as a resistance and then push back down to the downside. If, you know what I'm saying? So it's a thing that you got to make a little sense out of, right? So let's identify this area here, right? So that's kind of what I am kind of looking for, right? If the DXY continues to drop, I'm going to continue to see if I can do what? I can get in on trades on GU to continue to the upside to even push back into 1.300, right? Definitely. But as I said, for now, I'm waiting for price to get back to 1.2700 area here. So if it gets back, then this is a good trade, right? But definitely I'm looking at bullish continuations this week, right? Because now that we've broken this area here with an engulfing bullish candle, I'm expecting retest. We got everything. If you look on the line chart, there's everything, all right? So that's GU, all right? Let's move over to NZDUSD, right? So with that same analysis going on right now, we know NZDUSD, it created this support here, price retested here, came here, give us, you know, a higher high, higher low scenario, price pushed up. Now price was playing around here, price pushed above. Now it's continuing to go up, right? So personally, you know, if the US dollar, right? Because the biggest thing about this week's analysis is, will the US dollar continue to plunge or will it continue to go up, right? Structure actually shows that, you know, this could possibly continue to the downside, right? Because this is clear traffic, price already broke, retest, did everything it was supposed to do here. And now all we can do is just, you know what, the patterns we've learned, all we can do is just, you know, work with the patterns, right? So on NZDUSD, if price manages to start, you know, building, if the US dollar starts to building some sort of strength, then resistance areas like these could, you know, could play some important role if we're looking to get in the sales back down to here or something. But personally, I think the market is gonna continue, right? So now look at right here with the whole recession going on, and they're talking about recession and investors are, you know, scared and whatever, all those different things, right? I'm looking at the market continue because this, even though NZDUSD has been going up, we as traders, we normally try to see if we can get in our reversals, but we don't have to do that, right? Because why? Because price could definitely get here and just start pushing, because this is still free road right here, right? This is just free road, not a lot of traffic, probably just here alone that's going to stop it, but everything here is looking really good, right? So I think if the market continues how it is, I'm looking on taking buys going to the upside, right? Definitely. And that's 211 pips for the week right here if the market gives me that trade, all right? And final trade, US30, right? So let's delete this for a second, right? On US30, the craziest thing is the other day, it created this area here where it kind of created like a little gap, right? So in my mind, I know that, okay, the gap is going to be filled and the gap is going to be the area where the market will push from. If you trade US30 a lot, you'll know, right? So with US30, definitely, I was mad because why? I took entries here and I closed them. Why? Because after seeing price pushing up, you know, I kind of got little, you know, like a little worried saying that, okay, this is gonna go back down if price doesn't break here. And it came back down and I was like, you know what, let's go break even and see what happens. Boom, I got break even. And then immediately after break even, this engulfing candle pushed up, which honestly, I shouldn't have closed the trade because I know better. And I managed to miss out on over 1,000 pips or so, right? So I'm not even too upset about it because last week I wasn't myself, honestly. You know, I wasn't feeling too good, right? But now with US30, if the DXY continues to move like that, I'm expecting this to definitely continue, especially getting back into these areas up here at 34,200, 34,100, or even 34,000, right? Because that's where price is definitely looking to go right now. Because right now, if we're going to have to use resistance and support levels, we can know that price could do what? If the DXY starts to push back to the upside, I'm definitely going to look at this right here and be like, okay, all right, there's a possibility this could reverse a little bit coming back down to here or whatever, right? Because usually when the dollar is good, it kind of goes the opposite in a sense to me, but I try to stick more on the stocks. If the 30 stocks are going fine, I'm going to look for buys, but if they're not, I'm going to look for sells. But personally, I think that 34,000, that's where price is trying to get at. Definitely. But this isn't a push phase. I'm not joining a push phase. So if price doesn't give me a pullback to get in, I'm not looking at it, but definitely I'm looking at taking price into here. Like something, taking trades in here, if price breaks it or whatever. But I need a good setup, right? I need a good setup for me to take US30, right? But all in all, with all three pairs, I'm looking at price going up. The only ones I'm actually worried about is the GU that I'm in right now. I'm hoping it continues, right? When the market opens this afternoon, I hope it continues, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really a lot this week. Why? Or because why it's not really a lot this week? Because we don't really have, setups showing themselves, right? We already had the setups happen last week. So if you haven't gotten into those, you just have to wait it out a little bit to see what the market's going to do, right? But if you're a scalper or so, once you know the direction, you can capitalize on trades moving forward, right? So I hope you guys love this week of forecast. Please like, share, and hit that subscribe button. As what? I want to see my page go really well, right? Also, I thank you guys that, helped me to get to my first 100 target, right? The last video I talked about getting close to it, right? Now I'm actually 100 plus, and I really, really appreciate it. Now the next target is to get to 1,000. So just help your boy out. Give me those, subscribe, share my video, give me more watch time. I need you guys to, get that video going, watch the entire video. There's a lot of information in them, right? So yeah, guys, thank you. All right.